And if the members can look at it, it was a consideration of the negotiating mandate on the Housing Consumer Protection Bill, B10, B2021. Any corrections that you see, or can I get the mover? Member De Villiers?
Move.
Okay.
Adopted.
Thank you very much. And a second,
Seconded.
Member Class. Okay. Thank you very much. The second one is the consideration and adoption of committee draft minutes of the meeting that was held on the 29th September. And that one, it is the briefing that we got from the National Home Builders Registration Council and the department on the Masaki Sizwe Bursary program. And the recommendation, if we can look at it there, is that the National Home Registration Council implement oral tests as part of its certification processes. And the second one, the committee requested that the National Home Registration Council provided with the locations of its training venues in the Western Cape. There we have to remove we can correct that, Shumis.
Which one is that?
The 5.2 on the recommendations.
What must I correct?
You must remove there after its training. It says committee requested that the National Home Registration Council provided with the locations of its training venues in the Western Cape. So it's written it's there. Okay. With that correction, any mover?
I move for adoption, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Member Seleku. Thank you very much, Member Class. Second. Okay, the next one is the consideration and adoption of the committee's draft minutes of the meeting that was held on the 2nd November 2023. That the meeting was about the preferential procurement policy and allocation percentage, the one that we went to Mossel Bay. The resolution or the action, the committee requested that the department initiate further engagement with the SMMEs and share the responses discussed in the meeting with all the SMMEs. So those responses were the ones that the SMMEs indicated that there are some of the SMMEs that got the responses from the department, and the department also confirmed that they did send the responses. But the other SMMEs said they haven't seen those responses. So since on that day they got their contacts, we took a resolution that they have to share that with them. If there's any correction from the members or any action that you want to add, can I get the mover?
So move, Chair.
Thank you very much, Member Seleku. Second, Member De Villiers, thank you very much. And the next one is the consideration and adoption of the committee draft minutes of the meeting that was held on the 13th of November. That is the consideration of the metrics of submission received on the expropriation bill.
So move, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Second, Member De Villiers. Duly adopted. The next one is for the 14th of November 2023. And that one, it's about the 14th. Okay, that one is the consideration of the negotiating mandate on the expropriation. The first one, we're dealing with the metrics. Now this was our final after we have developed our own negotiating mandate that we had to adopt. Any?
So move.
Thank you very much, Member Seleku. Member Class seconders, duly adopted. Thank you very much. The next was the meeting that was held on the 30th of November. And that was the deliberation on the vote 10 in the schedule of the Western Cape Adjustment Appropriation Bill. And the recommendation was the department to provide the committee with a list of municipalities that did not spend their budget for the financial year and provide it with a list of all the projects that will be stopped due to budget cuts in 2024. 6.2, the committee resolved to request the department brief it on its diagnostic assessment conducted at municipal level to assess the capacity required by the municipality to deliver on the housing projects prior to providing funding to the municipality. Those were the recommendation or the request that was made by the committee.
I so move, Chair.
Thank you very much, Member Seleku. Second, Member Class. Duly adopted. No amendment or changes. Thank you very much, members. The next one is the Garden Road Oversight Report on the that we went to the George oversight visit. We went to the Margate Bridge widening in George, the Guaying Road upgrade, the Metro Grounds BNG and Flips housing project in George, and the Diaz Museum fire compliance upgrade, Louis Faury Road upgrade, and the resolutions that we did was we requested that the department provide us with the enhanced service size strategy, the department's flow diagram that tracks the responsibility for each unit dealing with a project, a detailed breakdown on the cost of the Bartolomeo Diaz Museum upgrade and the reasons for not including alternate energy resources in the specifications of the upgrade of the Bartolomeo Diaz Museum. The committee recommended that the department investigate and considers the possibility of replicating the model used at the university for housing opportunities to other satellite campuses of the University of the Western Cape, as well as other universities in the province. Okay, let me read that one for me to understand it. The committee recommended that the department investigate and considers the possibility of replicating the model used at the university. Which university? For housing opportunities to other satellite campuses of the University of the Western Cape, as well as other universities in the province.
To fix.
No, that it's we never dealt with the university. It's slaughtered. It's just inserted itself there. Please take that out. And so the 4.2, it will be the committee resolved that just for noting of the department that the committee will conduct a follow-up visit to Mossel Bay to reconvene discussion with Mossel Bay SMEs and the Mossel Bay municipality regarding the allocation of contracts and training programs. Yeah, so we did that. But the committee resolved, and just for noting for the department that and the chairperson expressed appreciation to the members of the Mossel Bay Municipality, George and Garden Road, ward councillors, officials from the Department of Infrastructure, and members of public for their participation in the meetings and oversight visit. Okay, so with that amendment, the 4.2 will remove it. It's not supposed to be in this, and then everything else will stay the same. With that, changes, members?
I move with that amendment, Chair.
Pardon?
With that exception,
Okay.
I will move. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, member class, a second with those changes.
No, those changes, yes.
Okay, duly adopted. Okay, the next one is the consideration and adoption of the committee's urgent flood disaster oversight. Okay, this is the quarterly report. I'm having so
Update
many.
on the screen.
I'm having so many.
It's on the
Sorry.
screen. That's not.
It's on the screen if it's not printed here. Okay, members, do you have it? With you, because with me, I don't. You don't have it.
Quarterly reports.
You didn't print that one. Okay, because I've got the quarterly report 2023, quarterly report April, quarterly report, and the. Okay. So we can look from the
Yeah.
screen. Apologies for the member de Villiers and the apology and member class. Okay, they were not there in all the.
On the 20. Let me just go back.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean for the 10th of July. If,
So we went for an oversight, remember, after the breach of the citrus dal. And then we went through to the Algeria, the nature reserve, where the road, and it was very cold. The road was damaged there after the floods. And then we went to Matsigama.
in August.
Yeah, in August. Sorry, it's all the day we were looking at the damages. So it's not on the same day, but we went to that road, the whole of West Coast. And we also went to, after that, the other date, we went to the Bergrivier municipality. So in principle, we went to the West Coast district municipalities.
That's the first visit in the second.
Yeah. So this floods disaster report, it will be for all the West Coast, even though it's not one date. So it covers all of them so that it flows. Yeah.
Something, Chairperson, for me and member class not attending the first one. Are we can we actually vote on it and say we support it? Yeah,
They were not there.
because we went on the first one, but we were on the second one.
They're on both. I was on both sessions.
Thanks, talaga.
Yeah, so we are going to adopt this, and then maybe to add to this, Shumis, is for me to send a letter of appreciation to the Matsigama, those business people that we helped, and also the Citrus Dalwan community members, or the business guys that were there for assisting and being proactive in making sure the town is connected back to. Yeah. So if we can do those letters of appreciation, that will be appreciated. With that, it's slotted in, Members Leku.
I so move, Chair.
And then that is duly adopted. Thank you very much. And the quarterly report. The first quarterly report is the one April to June. So on this one, members, what is important is to check your attendance of the committee meetings. So we had a meeting on the 4th April, the 14th April, the 21st April, the 28th April, 22nd May, 26th May. And let me check, the other one is the 2nd June, the 7th June, the 12th June, the 21st June, 23rd June. That is all. If you are happy with that. Are you happy, Member Sleku? It's all in order? Member Class, is that all in order?
I'm here.
Okay. Member De Villiers, is that all in order from the 12th of
I
June?
joined late, so.
Yeah. So you've got from the
Well,
12th of June.
That part is in order.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Member, can we adopt our draft quota report? Member Class? Thank you. Move and seconded by Member Sleku. And the next one is from July to September. The July to September one is okay, let me find out. Okay. So the minutes, the report adopted, the briefing by the 25th of August, no minutes. What does it mean, Shumit?
I just have to put this.
The 25th August department briefing by the department person is focused on the current financial.
If you read heading on top, when they say no minutes, it means it's only a report that's required and not minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get Kayla in
Thank you. Kayla Inwe?
into the meeting.
No. It's in person.
Okay.
Concentrate on us. We are here.
Maybe
Okay.
they just
So the members, if you can check your attendance, the registration is focus.
I am here.
Okay. So the 10th July, the 28th July, 31st July, 11th August, and 14th August. Is that in all the members for attendance? And for the, okay, the phone is really,
Sorry, Chair. Pulling with you now. One.
okay. Okay, and then 25th August, 28th August, 29th, 18th, 19th, 29th. Are you happy with that? What do you see in front of your attendance members?
Happy, Chair.
Okay. Can we, have you checked, member class? Are you happy? Okay, let's adopt.
I so move, Chair.
Okay, seconded by member. That was for July to September. Okay, member individuals?
I second.
Okay, thank you very much. The next one, October 2023 to December. Again, check your attendance there. And that is all. There's the 12th, the 2nd, the 13th, the 14th, and the 13th. And that is all. If you are happy with that, we can adopt members.
So move.
Thank you, Member DVS. Seconder, Member Seleku. Thank you very much. And the tracking document. So on the 4th, members, which is the last one, on this one, the yellow one, it's at the bottom, member class, this one. Yeah, at the bottom. As of 7 November 2023, it's written there. Before the government documents, it's there, you see.
The one with all the line. It's
Okay, that's okay. So on the 4th April, we got a briefing by the NCOP permanent delegate on the expropriation bill. So that one, we did the negotiating mandate. It's complete. It's completed. We're waiting for the date for the final. Hey?
yeah.
We're waiting for the date on the.
Next week, we're doing it on the 26th, and we are in our meeting next week on the 16th.
Okay, they're doing it on the 26th of February, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will meet
On the 16th.
on the 16th of
Next week, Friday. Okay.
Feb.
Mm.
Okay.
Next week, Friday. Online.
Okay, we are going to meet online on the 16th. If I was looking at you and saying, I know members like and myself will be moving. So, okay, on the 16th, we'll do the final mandate, which it takes just a few minutes, doesn't take long. So we'll deal with that, but we are done with that from the WCPP, from our committee. And the public hearings, no, the small, is it the SMT? The program for expropriation, no, that one we did. The public hearings, we are done with that, it's complete. So let's go on the next one, which is the 14th of April. On the next page is the tour of the Provincial and housing projects, the Hrabo, and that one we did, and item was placed on the draft committee program. Yeah, we did the oversight. The only thing that was outstanding was the issue of the Provincial and 42 or 48, is it 42 or 48 housing that had to be implemented, and that was not done.
Then respond after that again.
Yeah, and then from there, they even responded as we were asking the questions, how far are they with the project? Because rather than going there, I said to Shimiz, maybe we need to communicate to them so they can tell if they are ready so that we can have a look at it, but they haven't communicated anything to us. So in principle, from our side, it's completed, but there is that snag of them to tell us that we are now in the process of implementing that project. No, they are not responding to us anymore. I don't know what is the reason. They're not responding to us. Yeah.
That is where the crap.
Yeah, maybe member
We're not
will,
going back
maybe
there.
we must communicate with members like you'll be the right one because the constituency head there.
We're not going back there, please.
No,
Not a member Parang and Select.
no, yeah. Yeah. No. No, I did spend time with them on the public hearing of the Powers Bill. Trust me, I don't want to see both of them together for about 5 years. Yeah. So no, okay. So the 28th of April, that is the next one, our tracking document, was about the Housing Consumer Protection Bill, and we are done with that one also. So it's completed. And the 26th of May, it was the public hearing, so it's done. I'm going to jump that one. And on the 7th, the 12th June, the 21st June, all those are the public hearings. So we completed that. And then we had the next one, which is the 23rd of June, was the tribunal, the Western Cape Rental Housing Tribunal, for the shortlisting. And that was done, we completed, and then we informed the department of our recommendation. We forwarded the recommendation. And the 9th of July, it was the Cedarburg municipality, the extent of the disaster, which we did that also. It was completed. And the 28th, the 31st, and the 11th of August, it's also about the processing the legislation of the consumer and the expropriation bill. And that was completed. The only thing that we did put on the program was the quarterly performance report, of which we did. It's completed now, and we did the quarterly fortnight. No, it's on the program. Oh, we did the annual report.
But the first quarter is not over yet.
Yeah, for the last quarter is not. We have to procedurally do that, but we already have done the annual report. But anyway, okay, so the next one, which is the 14th of August, dear Butterskloof. So a request for the information was sent to municipality on several occasions with no response. We'll have to deal with the way forward. So that is for the 14th of August, 2023. So we've been trying to get information. We haven't received any information. So you can see the dates of communication, which is the 21st of August to date. So that one, let's pack and let me hear the members. What is their suggestion? Because we asked for the municipality to give us provide us with a report on the steps that will be taken by municipality after the 14-day notice period to 7 says have expired. Remember, they told us about the notice they've given to the contractor, the 7 says. And we didn't understand which procedure they're following. So we said, so tell us after the 7 says a contract has been, after you've given them the 7 notice, what's going to happen? And they said, no, they will give us that information, but we haven't received anything to date. So members, I'm throwing back to you. It was your resolution. What's next? What do we do? They don't want to give us the information about it. Is the contractor cancelled the 7 says? Is it cancelled? It's supposed to be.
If I remember correctly, the MM were in that meeting and he came to declare that he will definitely now take it on and send us immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
If I can recall correctly, you asked him if he's sure about some things, and he was very adamant. what do you think? I don't know my job,
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I must be led here by our laws and rules. What are we to do? I think we should go to the next extreme of what we are governed by to do. Because if people people don't take this kind of thing seriously, we can't allow them to just think that they can play any kind of games with a committee like this, who's there for the good of the people.
Member?
Thanks, Chair. My thought is that it will be a good option that the Parliament should write a letter to the MM and tell them the disappointment of what he agreed that he will take this matter and finish it on time, but nothing had happened on our side. Just to remind him that he was not speaking the truth with us. He just lie and make us believe that he can continue with the work. So because it didn't do that, we will be appreciated if those who've got powers to look after this process, they must continue to do so.
Okay. Member Seleku?
No, Chair, I was just thinking that I would suggest that we give them another opportunity to respond. And then if they don't, we won't go to them. They will come to us.
Okay.
They must
So-
come and explain, because I don't have time to go to them.
Yeah. So the technicality is we do an oversight, but they are not accountable to us. That's the technicality of it, because another sphere of government. The sphere that I'm thinking we can do this, the way we can go about is for the department to get that information to us, or for the department to go and source out that information on our behalf, because they're the ones who are allocating the money to the municipality. The department is accountable to us, but the municipality not. Then we can be able to give the department the background of why we are saying they have to do that, because they committed in doing that, but they haven't sent us the information as they indicated in the meeting. So we want to find out how far are they about the project, and also what the notice that they've given to that contractor. What are the next steps that they implemented? Of which it was a consent to the committee that the project itself will be delayed while there is the fighting, not the fighting per se, they use a conventional word of
I saw that,
municipality, the dispute between the municipality and the contractor. The beneficiaries were the ones that are going to suffer on that. So maybe that's the way we can, and when we engage on the budgets, is then that it will crop up for them to be able to respond to us about it, to say what is happening there. So if you can, Shumis, write to the department to ask them to get that information on our behalf.
Chairman, I agree with you. In failing for us to go that route, we might just be under scrutinized, because it's only our word then. But if we take it up to another level, and then I think we cover all our bases.
Usually I prefer that if there's the issues by the time of when the sixth parliament rests, all the issues on our books should be done, should be finalized. I don't know, and then another things to be outstanding, because they just get to disappear within the system. So we are in agreement in that Red Road? Members?
Yeah.
Yeah. Members Lekun?
No, Chair, I don't want to go in terms of them responding or being accounting to us or not. But I think it's only fair that when someone has made a commitment to us as an oversight body in terms of information, where the department is actually funding, then I think they need to, be true to their word and give us that kind of information. And I think there is a gray line in terms of, them municipalities not accounting, because we won't go anywhere if municipality have that stance of saying we don't account to you.
Yeah.
So whatever you want, we are not going to give to you. So then we must, maybe in future, we must stop wasting our time going to these municipalities, because it's a futile exercise. Because if they just ignore us, but when we're in front of them, they play to be nice. Then when we leave, it's like, there they go. I think that's something maybe the seventh parliament must look at in terms of how they should actually going to make sure that, there is actually a delivery of houses within our province, and whatever possible, to make sure that these municipalities that are supposed to deliver, they do actually deliver. And if they don't, what avenues are there? Because you can call the department here. The department is not the implementing agent.
Mm-hmm.
The department is not the implementing, they fund the business plan as per the municipality. But if they don't perform, what is it for us to do? How do we make sure that the beneficiary there in our municipalities all around our province actually get what is supposed to be given to them? I think those are kind of issues that we have to look at in terms of.
So it's just that now, because of the time before we can't, but we had a scenario the last term in Cedarburg municipality. It was the same scenario, and we asked them for the information. To date, we didn't receive that information, but what we did as a committee, we called the department and said, okay, here's the scenario. And the resolution from the committee was, the projects can be implemented in that municipality, but the department have to pay the contractor directly. So there's no money that is going to be transferred to the municipality for them to pay the contractor. The overseeing and everything, the municipality can do that. But when coming to paying the contractor, the money was not going through the municipality to go to the contractor. The department was paying that, because when we asked for the report of the money that they received, and there was an allegation of a corruption, even the municipality itself appointed an investigator for that. Today, they didn't show us that report. Then we said, okay, as long as we don't get the report, this is how we suggest that the department have to deal with that municipality until they can account to them, talking about that. Wow. Oh, good. My God. Welcome back, Member Lily. How are you? Oh, good. Wow. Okay. Hey, you threw me off the okay.
No, Chair, I think the direction that we must take, and just to stay out of it, is to write to the department saying, okay, this is what we have done specifically on this particular project.
Yeah.
And this has been the commitment from the municipality. They have not. Can you please assist? And then we call the department, because some of the information that is asked here is in terms of the expenditure, the budget. Have they been spending the money on what they were supposed to be spending?
That is why they did it. Okay, that's the case why they don't want.
Yeah, maybe that's why they don't want to account, because they know that money went to X instead of Z. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's also possible. So, but let's talk to the department, and the department must come and brief us in terms of what is currently happening on that project.
Mm-hmm. I think we will do the report will, if you can get it, but the only time through looking at the parliamentary program that we can engage will be when we do with the main appropriation bill during the budget. We don't have the dates that we can engage. But another thing that I'm going to suggest, members, if you agree, we have to write a letter also to the MM to indicate our unhappiness, because he made a commitment in the committee, made a commitment that he will do that. So we need to really, in a very harsh way possible, to voice our unhappiness in this not, yeah. And all the ways that are coming are not being used in the chambers, are used on the streets. So, okay. Okay, that we agree, members. So it will be the two communication, one to the department and one to the MM,
TWK.
yeah, the
TWK.
TWK to the MM, and then to take it forward from there. Okay. So the next one, it will be the 25th August. Also that one we dealt with it. It was the expanded public works program framework policy that Member Select was very passionate about, that we got the briefing.
I stopped.
And he's happy. He didn't even.
I lost my appetite.
And the next one was that one of the Bergrivier municipality, the floods. Already we talked about that. We placed that on our program because of the Wetterwater and the, okay, Wetterwater is one word, ne? Wetterwater, it's one word. And the Goedverwacht, which are the Moravian towns that were really, it's just the, am I allowed to say pain in the butt? No, okay. So it's just problematic that we have to have a way, because we saw how are things in those towns, and unfortunately they are there. Okay, so that one is one thing that I suspect it will be. There's no way we can say we close it this term. We'll just have a chat with it with the department when we engage on the main appropriation to highlight it, to hear what is it that can happen to assist those towns. Okay, and then the 18th September, the 29th August, we is the one of the one that I'm talking about, and then the 18th of September is the municipality. We talked about that. It's Matsigama. Also, that is further action is completed. The 19th September also is completed. Those are completed. The 19th of September, the 29th September. It was the brief, the Mahasaki Sizwe, that is completed. The NHBRC has been informed about the resolution for them to do the oral tests as they deal with the contractors. Just to recap, remember we talked, if you were there, we talked about NHBRC, they are doing the training courses. And some of the contractors, for them to be certified, they have to write the exams. And then we raised the issue of, you will find a person knows all the work, but when coming to writing a test, they fail, not because they don't know the work. It's just because of the test. It's another, yeah. So we asked them to also implement the oral questions so that they can ask a person orally, and then we'll test them without them having to write, because the challenge is that if you get a person that cannot read and write, and then you can ask that person in their own language, and then they can respond, and then they can get their certification. So we did send it. Yeah. So we did communicate with them to look at that, and then we'll observe. God willingly, we'll be here next time to check if they did implement. If not, those who are responsible, please follow it up for the sake of our communities or our contractors to benefit from that, because I think it will be really a good thing that can happen in their construction communities. Okay, the 29th is we are done with that. We did the energy informed. And the next one is the
Just working on that responses to the SMEs. I spoke to them yesterday.
Okay, so on the 2nd of November for the department with the engagement and share the responses, they are working on this one because remember we went there towards the end of the year, so the department was closed. It's now that they are open that they will indicate the date. So even if they can give us the days of when it is completed from ourselves. So it was, so it mustn't be placed on the committee program. It's not being actioned by us. It's the department that have to action it. So it's completed. We are done with that one. Okay. The note that members, so in that block is not item was placed on program. It has to be completed.
Yeah.
Okay. And the 30th of November is the,
We received that info yesterday.
we received the information yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's completed also. And the committee resolved to invite the department to bring on this diagnostic assessment conducted at municipal level to assess the capacity required by the municipality to deliver on housing projects. That is on the program. And it's one of the things that we have to we will talk to the department just to finish when we do the main appropriation. So members, don't forget to ask that question. It's important. When we do the budget of the Department of the Infrastructure, you need to ask the question of, because they're going to come talking about the money that they allocate to the municipalities. So you have to ask the department if they are doing the diagnostic assessment of the municipality to check the capacity in those municipalities in delivering of the housing project, because sometimes you'll find that there's no capacity, the project doesn't get to be implemented, and it's because of the know-how to of the municipality that they don't know how to go about. They just send the wish list, but when coming to implementing self, we'll find there is a challenge in those municipalities. Now, if the department allocate the money to a municipality for implementing the project, they also, we are saying as a committee, they also have to check if they will need to deploy a person to assist that municipality for implementing the projects, or they don't. They can only do that if they sort of do the diagnostic assessment in that municipality to can check what is needed by that municipality for them to spend the money that is allocated for implementation of the projects within that municipality. So that is, it comes from there. So it's most important question when you receive the budgets on the allocations to different municipalities, especially if you might see the municipality that didn't spend their money when was allocated for the housing project, to hear what are the challenges and what was the assessment that was done there and what was the outcome for the department to feel confident that they can reallocate the money again to that municipality. So with that being said, members, with the change of the completed of that department that the department have to implement, members Leku, the last one, which is from the 30th of November. So check the last page. Yeah, where there's a lot of yellow. That yellow It's going to change to completed because we are not the ones that have to implement that. It's the department that have to implement by engaging with the SMMEs and also giving more, sharing the information that they responded to some of the SMMEs. So it has, yeah, so it's completed. So we are, it's going to change there. We are going to put that. And then the next one of the 30th of November, the item 3 that talks to the diagnostic assessment conducted to the municipality. That one, I'm saying that we are not going to engage with the department. So it will be completed. We can come back to say it's completed when we deal with the main appropriation bill, the money bill. We can ask the department talking about, remember this one was the municipalities that had the capacity problem. So we're saying the department, they need, are they doing the diagnostic assessment or assessing municipality when coming to the capacity? And also, because we'll be doing the budget, if they allocate the money to a municipality that didn't spend their money, what is their assessment? Because if they've got the diagnostic assessment, they can say, okay, we are going to deploy an official to go and help that municipality in making sure they use the money allocated to that for a project that is within that municipality. So we can, I was saying to members, you need to ask that question. Because if it gets to be responded to, we don't have to engage, then it will be completed on our tracking document. So that is those two that we will have to do. With those members, can we adopt our tracking document? Okay, proposer, member class, and seconder? Member DPS. Members, you are so
Next week Friday.
Good.
Virtual.
okay. So the next meeting, it will be so the next is we are going to deal with the final of the expropriation bill. It will be virtual on Friday the 16th. And from there, from my side, there's no another agenda points for the oversight. It will be engagement with the department on the budgets. Unless if there's anything that is urgent that crops up that we have to look at.
Giving us the final mandate of the housing consumer protection.
Mhm.
So it's now every Friday.
Okay.
Mm.
So we've got the Friday of the expropriation, we've
And
got the
following-
final, the following final, it will be the housing consumer protection bill. So those two finals, we have to do those finals, and also the main expropriation bill. And that, I think with the way our parliamentary program looks, that will be the only time that we can engage, but we'll see each other on the last meeting when we engage with the department before we come to the house to debate the budgets. Be nice to me. I've been a good chair. Be nice to me. That being said, members, thank you very much. And the meeting is adjourned. Your tea is still there. Cut you when you are still having your tea. And have a fantastic day further, and your weekend must be blessed, and God's grace must be showered upon all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Shamis. And Makoti, thank you. Mbali, welcome back. Are you just visiting or you're back? Okay. Welcome back, member. Just in time.